So what is it, Doc? Tell me, what's wrong? Just as I suspected. I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is her engine seems fine. Her electrical system seems fine. Her fueling system seems fine. However, her turbo, it's not working right. I think her turbo is going. I'm sorry to tell you this, but she may need a turbo transplant. Wait, how do you know? What happened? What's going on? She seems fine, and then all of a sudden, we still have to run some more tests. It is possible that the turbine shaft has some play. We got to get in there and figure it out. If you don't take care of this, you're running the risk of blowing your turbo. And if it blows, there's the potential of metal pieces going through your intercooler and into your engine and damaging the engine. And that would be catastrophic. I think it's good that we found this now. I think we could do something about it. And don't worry, I've done these transplants before. Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and I am here with one of our two project cars, this 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. And while I made fun of the situation, it's a serious one. It's a realistic one, especially for those of you who are modifying your 10th generation Honda Accord, doing things like tunes via K-Tuner or Hondata, upgrading the turbo, etc., running ethanol. Anything that's increasing the stress on your OEM turbo. I've been stressing this car out a lot. I have taken this car to the track. I have gone through many 0 to 60 pulls. I have taken this to the dyno more times than I can count. We've been testing out a lot with this car, and she has been behaving beautifully. She's been running beautifully. Now, there has been occasion where we've noticed our K control numbers increasing, but not for long. Here's what's happened. The good and the bad. The bad is that our OEM turbo on this 2-liter Accord does seem to be going. The good is it's happened at the exact same time as my plan to upgrade to a new turbo. So that's great. About 4 to 6 weeks ago, I noticed the car making a little bit of noise. And I wasn't sure if it was some metal on metal touching within the engine bay. Remember, we did install the PRL Flex Fuel kit, and for me, I have a little bit of contact, but I've put some material in between, so I shouldn't hear that. And I still have to go in and adjust that. I haven't done that yet. So as I was hearing this noise, and I only heard it when I'd stop the car and turn the car off, what is that? I thought it might be some of that vibration coming from that flex fuel unit. But it got worse. I started hearing it more and more. So that led me to believe eventually that it had something to do with the turbo, because I'd hear the noise as I turn it off and then it would wind down, as though the blade of the turbo is slowing down, and as it's slowing down, maybe there's some contact within the housing, which is not a good thing. So immediately, I limited the amount of time that I was driving the car. I drove it in eco mode. I never got on it where it went into boost. And I was very, very delicate, very easy on it, knowing that I'm just waiting for that upgraded turbo. I wanted to share this with all of you because I wanted you to be aware of my situation. And although I don't know with 100% certainty if it is the turbo, I'm not going to know until I pull the turbo out and take a look at it, which I'm going to do because we're going to install the upgraded turbo. So I will take a look at the OEM turbo, see if there is some shaft play, see if that is the case. I'm also going to do an oil change. Again, perfect timing. Want some nice fresh oil for the new turbo. It's about time I change my oil once again, and I want to have that oil tested to see if there's anything in the oil that I should be concerned about. Like I said, if it is the turbo and I wait too long and I get on it, it could explode. Well, how did it occur? Is it because I've tuned the car? Is it because I'm running ethanol? Is it because of whatever it is? I'm just too hard on it. It could be. Honestly, I don't know. It could be part of it. My thought, this is me. This is what I'm thinking. Again, I'm not a mechanic, but this is what I'm thinking. When you're looking at a compressor map and you're trying to determine the best fit for your goals, right? You're looking at the amount of air you want flowing, i.e. how much horsepower potential, at a predetermined amount of boost. One of the things you need to calculate in is your atmospheric pressure. Here at high elevation in Denver, Colorado, mine is different than most people at sea level, which could be, let's say 14.7, PSI. Here it's 12. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the turbo is going to run harder. It's going to work harder to get up to the same amount of boost. It's going to spin faster. My thought, again, I don't know for sure. If you have your thoughts, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. My thought is I've been stressing this turbo out so much with all the testing, the quarter mile, the 0 to 60, the dyno testing we've done, that this turbo, while it's a great turbo, with the tune and with the increase in boost pressure, it's overtaxed the turbo at high elevation. So I'm thinking that the turbo has peaked, it's gone out of the efficiency, it's overspun and caused some damage. I, again, am just letting you know this because I want to be upfront. The whole point of this channel, the whole point of the Lemon Factor is to share with you information that will help you make a decision that's right for you. So if this scares you, it scares me a little bit, then maybe you should think twice about the tune, or maybe you should go right to a custom tune, or maybe you should limit how much you do in modifications. I don't know. I will say, once I pull this out, once I check the oil, once we do some more tests and I take a look at it, if that is the case, then I would highly recommend you go easy on an OEM turbo at high altitude. I'm glad the turbo didn't explode while we were testing at the track or doing 0 to 60 pulls or at the dyno. I'm glad that I started hearing it, that it was gradual, and I had the wherewithal, to go easy, to say, hey, that's not right. I got to check this out. So with that said, please subscribe because the next videos are the new upgraded turbo install. We are going to e-tune. I'll divulge who we're e-tuning with, but we're going to street tune this. We're going to get on the dyno. We're going to get it on the track, the 0 to 60 times. We're going to do all of that with our new upgraded turbo. So I think that's it for today. With that said, thank you very much for joining, and until next time.